My name is Ariel. I'm autistic, and welcome back to my channel. So as we all know, I was diagnosed at 18, which is very common for females on the spectrum to be diagnosed later or to even just receive a misdiagnosis. And even after my diagnosis, or even after receiving it, I stayed silent for quite a while. I don't think that I was prepared or even just ready to embrace who I really was, even though we already knew there was something different about myself. So during all of this time, there's the month of April, which is just right around the corner, and it is Autism Awareness or Autism Acceptance Month. And in the beginning, you know, the early stages of my diagnosis, I always just kind of believed that this month was for a great cause. However, since becoming more open and, you know, sharing about myself and my experiences, I've kind of just started to wonder, is this month of April, is it really for something like a greater cause, or is it a time in which we as autistics are fighting to have our own voice heard and our experiences centered? So let me see. Let's start with the puzzle piece, which has become very common to label or to brand, to be the logo for every autistic. Now, again, in the beginning, or just whenever, everyone say hello to my dog. He's just the sweetest. You're just gonna have to enjoy my dog being present in this video today. But as I was saying, now, you know, maybe a few years ago or so, I was really drawn to this puzzle piece, and I was gifted a little pendant or like a pen or just anything that had the puzzle piece on there, and I thought I was so happy. I was so appreciative of it, but I just never really, I guess, looked into it. Now, I like to know like little details. So, like on a holiday, if it's like St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, or 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, any of those things, or even just like, you know, minor holidays, I'm going to look up the history about how it started and how it became what it is now to society. And that's kind of what I started to do with this puzzle piece. There is an organization that is very popular within the autistic community, and it's called Autism Speaks. And they actually designed this puzzle piece to be the logo, the brand of who we are. However, I believe that this puzzle piece was created to show that to society, we are missing a piece, we are puzzled, or we're always going to be missing some sort of piece. I think that this puzzle piece should have been created for friends, family, professionals, acquaintances, significant others, anyone that is just around an autistic person, maybe because you as a neurotypical, maybe you feel slightly puzzled more than we do. I'm sure that if you were to ask any other autistic if they could give themselves their own logo, they definitely wouldn't pick a puzzle piece. If you ask me, I would probably go with some kind of star or like a shooting star, and then something that had Taylor Swift in there. That'd be my logo, because that just wraps up who I am. Stars and Taylor Swift, two of my most favorite things. Okay, and the other one, the lighted up blue, or just, you know, wearing blue for the whole month, or picking a day to wear the blue to represent and show your love and appreciation for an autistic. I used to wear blue during the month of April, and that was when I was just kind of coming around to the idea and understanding who I was. But then again, I had to look deeper into why blue, because females don't have to just like pink, and males don't have to just like green. You know, I think colors are universal, and it should be just a universal color all around. However, this color was picked because autism is started out as something that was more common in males. So it's not something that females, like I said earlier, are either diagnosed correctly or early on in their life. And so they basically designed blue to be labeled as for the autistic. The idea that blue is, or the idea that the color blue came about because this condition is more common in males, however, is false, because there might be a higher amount of males that are diagnosed with autism, but there are women that are misdiagnosed or diagnosed later in life, or they're misdiagnosed because they're diagnosed with other conditions, because we are just able to do things a little differently. And one of those things being masking. Females that are on the spectrum have this tendency to, most of the time, be able to mask easier and better than males. So then I also read this article that was talking about how, and I've seen it all over social media, that they now want to do the red instead. And I think red is a universal color, but I also think red is a power color. And I like this idea because it's not geared to just one gender, because autism has no gender, but also red is a power color. And, you know, I mean, autistics are pretty powerful. The way that we perceive the world compared to a neurotypical is just, it's mind-blowing. Do you feel that April, the month of autism awareness and acceptance, was created for us? Or not so much specifically for us, but rather it's a day, a week, a month that was created for autistics by society who claim to have their best interest for people on the spectrum, and who feel that they have to speak for us. The best people to share about autism awareness, acceptance, this whole month of April that's just coming up, is an autistic person. And however, maybe some autistic people can't speak for themselves because, you know, maybe some are nonverbal, or some just have other difficulties doing certain things. I have my own struggles that I'm not, I just, there's some things that I can't do also. But so the best people to speak for autistic people is another autistic person, or B, someone who is around this autistic person all the time, whether that would be your parent or guardian or spouse, or someone that is just helping you through your day-to-day. Well, my dog left. He's now asleep in his little bed. I'm getting off here, and we'll talk a little bit more about this month of April next week. Until then, you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Drop all your comments below. Very curious to what all of you consider the month of April to be.